subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
New on WWT, viral video shows a fight break out in the middle of the street in downtown Cincinnati. And police chief, state leaders now releasing harsh words for those involved, including the ones who recorded the video instead of jumping in to help or even dialing 911. News 5's Sean McKinnon joining us live outside District 1 headquarters with what we know about the investigation into that video, Sean.
Yeah, Councilmember Mark Jeffrey said this fight happened at 3 a.m. today. We've got new video tonight as police piece together exactly how and why this started, and state lawmakers take notice. A massive fight between more than a dozen people in the middle of the street. 62. At 4th and Elm, just a block uphill from Paycor Stadium. Videos posted online show punches and kicks being thrown, continuing after a man is knocked to the ground. As the fight goes on, videos show a man punching a woman, knocking her unconscious. Chief Teresa Thigi called it a sudden dispute between individuals following a verbal altercation, saying, "I am in complete disgust waking up to the viral video many of you have now seen. The behavior displayed is nothing short of cruel and absolutely unacceptable. Our investigative team is working diligently to identify every individual involved in causing harm." The fight spreading on social media. State lawmaker Cecil Thomas, who represents parts of Cincinnati, saying it's unacceptable under any standard, and those involved should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Therefore, as your state representative, I trust that there will be a full and complete investigation of this incident by the Cincinnati Police Department and to bring charges against all involved. And the president of the union representing officers calling the violence disgusting, saying what's equally disgusting is those who chose to watch and record instead of calling 911, attempting to defuse the situation or render aid. I have full faith in the Central Business Section investigators. They will make arrests in the near future. It will then be the responsibility of the court system to hold these violent thugs accountable. And thousands of people attended Cincinnati Music Fest last night. The chief of police said this fight is not connected to Cincy Music Fest in any way. Police have not announced any arrests yet. Live outside District 1 headquarters, Sean McKinnon, WLWT News 5.
Speaking of FBA business, family, did y'all see the video coming out of Cincinnati? There was a video, and it's been circulating on a lot of the white supremacist troll sites. Even Elon Musk said something about it. There's a video. There was an altercation, and the right-wingers, they show a certain part of the clip. They show black folks whooping down on some white people. And boy, they try to spin the narrative. Oh, God. A white couple, an innocent white couple was jumped by a mob of blacks after the Cincinnati Jazz Fest. They kept saying that. They kept framing it like these innocent, random white people just got jumped on by some mean, racist blacks. And they were circulating this around all of the Charlie Kirks and all of them, all of the suspected white supremacists online. They just been having a field day. Excuse me. And I knew something was up because the way they were getting whooped on, I'm like, there's something else to it. There's something else to it. And sure enough, there was. I got the real footage. And what really happened, these white guys were, I think, somewhere downtown Cincinnati. And y'all heard me talk about Cincinnati before. Cincinnati is a city full of foundational Black Americans. Cincinnati has always been a city that's always been with the shit. Those are the black folks you don't really want to mess around with. I done said this a million times. I rock with Cincinnati. You know, they brought me out for a lecture years ago. I had a ball out there. I love Cincinnati. Those are some real, for real, stomp down FBAs out there that you don't really want to fuck around with, to keep it a bean. And remember, recently, there was a group of white supremacists who tried to go to a black neighborhood to do a little march, and they got ran off the block by the brothers and sisters out there. They ran their ass smooth off the block. But What happened was these white dudes were basically instigating. They went into a crowd of black folks downtown Cincinnati, threatening to fight random black guys. And a lot of people were ignoring them. And from what I've seen on one of the early videos of the initial altercation, these white guys were Russian. From what I understand, somebody said, "Yeah, you these Russians, these Russians." So these were some Russian white dudes threatening to fight random black people. From what I've seen, the black people kind of ignored them, like, these white people are crazy. And but the white folks kept arguing with black folks. One of the white dudes hauled off and slapped a black man in the face. I'm like, what the hell? So you know where that shit went. They mobbed down on all of them. They beat the brakes off these white people. They stomped them. And when I saw that, I'm like, what in the world would make a white person think they're going to slap a black person in Cincinnati around other black people? Like, what in the world made them think that was going to be a good idea? And when they said that the guys were Russian, I said, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. They didn't know. See, those Russians, allegedly, they're allegedly Russians. Yeah, that's what I kept. I'm like, what the made them think that was going to work out? Some ain't adding up. Were the white people on crack? What made them think you gonna slap a black person in Cincinnati and walk away cool? Those Russian dudes, they're probably used to dealing with the Africans in Russia. You know, the African immigrants who go over to Russia and the Ukraine. They probably thought we were like that, where they can kind of run up on the African. And I'm not trying to denigrate the Africans. I'm not trying to beat up on you. I'm not trying to beat up on you. I'm not. But the Russians are probably used to doing that shit to Africans in Russia. You push them around and smack them around, and they don't say nothing, and they, oh, hey, nigga, stop it, dude. Y'all better let folks know we different. This is what we're trying to tell your ass. We are different. We're trying to tell you we are different. We're not saying better, worse, whatever. We different. Don't get that shit twisted. They lucky you just got a goddamn ass whooping around like that. You don't slap no black person around other black people. What is wrong with these folks? They should have your American white buddy should have pulled you to the side and talked to you and gave you a heads up. Like, oh, them, no, you don't want to do that. But they got whooped on heavily. And here's the thing. And then one white woman got knocked out. They were like, "Oh, they shouldn't have knocked the white woman out." But she was out there trying to put hands on people too, and then they laid her down. So they were laying these people down. And folks are still talking about, well, it doesn't matter who started it. The blacks went overboard. Man, it's always us going overboard when we defend ourselves. That. They try to bring us the turn the other cheek narrative. That's a control mechanism. We have to absorb racial violence, and then we gotta be on some John Lewis, get beat up with dignity. Man, those days are over. Those days are over. That era is dead. Ain't nobody doing that passive doctrine shit no more. And that selective outrage. See, black retaliation is always criminalized. Just like with Carmelo Anthony, all of that. When we defend ourselves, oh, that's violence. When the white supremacists are provoking it, they're just misunderstood. It's just boys being boys. Oh, it was just innocent horseplay. No, it's always some splaining when they're attacking people. No, you don't sit up there and assault nobody. Y'all sit there and strangle people to death if they use words, just like Jordan Neely. See, no, we're not going to let them walk back the bullshit that they put out. They said if somebody's breaking the social contract, you can use lethal force. That's what they did with Jordan Neely. He didn't touch nobody. He was up there using words, really talking to himself, wasn't even talking to nobody. Daniel Penny went and killed him, and everybody said, oh, that was fine. He shouldn't have broken the social contract. But damn it, these suspected white supremacists broke the social contract too and got their ass broke too. And y'all said that was fine. If you break the social contract, there's repercussions for that. You understand? Roderick, hold on. Roderick is giving thumbs down. Roderick, are you trying to get attention or do you disagree with what I'm saying? Are you just giving the thumbs down for attention? Roderick, hop on in here. Roderick? Oh, wait, that's Rodrigo. Oh, God. Roderick, get your Goya powder sprinkling ass up in here. Get in here. I just realized it's his ass. Rodrigo, unmute your microphone. Rodrigo, unmute your mic. All right, now he done dropped a hot empanada on the phone and the phone up. You call back later. Just realize it's his ass. All right, let me get you out of here. But like I said, some people were like arguing with me online. I'm like, yeah, you got to show the full context of what happened. And they were like, well, it doesn't matter. Just because they were slapped, that doesn't mean they had to jump on them like that. They should have called the police, let the law take it up. No. You got law enforcement who protects white supremacists out there against black people. Remember, when the white supremacists was out there marching in that black neighborhood, the police was helping them. The brothers and sisters still ran them off the block, but remember, it was the police who was helping their asses. The police show you who they really serve. When black citizens, when we are assaulted, they call the police, they're going to ignore what happens to black people. That's the problem. We don't get the same type of protection, especially if it's a crime committed by a white person against us. No. That trust in law enforcement as some kind of unbiased institution, that's been shattered. So no, that ain't it. Now, Cincinnati, remember, that was a hub for the Underground Railroad. They've always been with the shit. And listen, violence is always too far when black people respond. It's always, oh, you went too far. You shouldn't have beat them down like that. Oh, you shouldn't have done. Well, they shouldn't have been, the white people shouldn't have been slapping people. You shouldn't have been out there trying to fight people. You shouldn't have been out there escalating the situation. You can never do no wrong. Just like with Hulk Hogan's family. You know what they put out a statement saying, well, listen, talking about racism at a time of the family member's death, that's disrespectful. Bringing up racism at a time like this because our beloved Hulk Hogan died, that's disrespectful. Well, damn it, him calling us niggas was disrespectful. Yeah, it don't work like that. It don't become disrespectful just when we are calling you out. You should have been calling folks the N-word. Practicing anti-black racism is disrespectful. Yeah? So this whole thing where we're not supposed to respond, we're called savages if we defend ourselves. If somebody hits you, you got the right to defend yourself. That's not barbarianism. That's a human instinct. And when black people do it, they try to paint black people as irrational animals. Those stereotypes don't work no more. You know, there's a new era right now where justice is reciprocal. If you provoke violence, you can't expect peace. This whole thing where we're supposed to just absorb beatings, y'all want to go back to the old Jim Crow era, that shit ain't happening. Keep your hands off people, especially FBAs in Cincinnati. Those are the last people you want to try that stupid shit with. I don't know what they were thinking. They just didn't know no better. If you want an ass whooping, That's the place to go. Fool. Let me get some more people in here. Let's get on the run. All right. Mr. On the Run in the building. On the Run, hop on in here. On the Run.
Hey, buddy.
How you
How
doing
you
on
guys doing?
We're good, man. How
Oh,
are
no, yeah, no, I'm doing all right, man. Just got inside. It was a late night. Had some gnarly ass crops that were falling apart, and I think it was a disinfectant that I think my wife sprayed.
you? Okay.
But yeah, no. Just hearing what you're saying, man, and I mean, I come from a small town in Iowa, and so I don't see a lot of the stuff you're talking about but I see it on YouTube, I see it on TikTok and all that shit.
Okay.
But I guess what I want to ask, well, I guess my first question is, where do you live? Like, what city?
I'm in Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, and so you were talking about LAPD, right? I think.
No, I was talking about Cincinnati. I was talking about a situation that happened in Cincinnati.
Oh, then I should have got here 20 minutes prior then. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've seen some very questionable things as far as how certain people are treated. But my main question is we're all Americans, right?
Uh-huh.
How do yeah, so how do we I'm not going to talk about Democrat or Republican because I'm neither one.
Right. Me
But how are we going to work together? How are we going to do it together in a way to where we can understand each other? And if people are ignorant, we kick them out of that little group and then try to teach them along the way. But there has to be a way that all of us as Americans, that's the main thing. We're all Americans and we're fighting the wrong battle. So yeah, like, do you have a good plan for? I know you sound like a great speaker. You sound intellectual. You're very well spoken,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's why you have a lot of followers here.
Right.
But I mean, there's people from small ass towns like where I'm from that need to also hear what you're saying because there is an injustice. Oh God, but it's bigger than. Okay, so if we don't work together, it's bigger than us.
Mhm.
We can't do shit if us people keep fighting with each other. White, blacks, Mexicans, Chinese, whoever. This is exactly what the establishment wants. Trump's not making decisions. He's not. He is being told what to do and what to say. They will allow him, like, for instance, I'm not going to try to get political, but as far as this Epstein list shit, whether he's on it or isn't is not the point. It has nothing to do with anything. There are very important people on that list, and I'll at least promise you that the entirety of that list will never come out.
Right.
It'll never come out. Yeah, because there's a certain place that is been I'm just in layman's terms involved, and so in all I'm saying is our government does not care about us, doesn't care about me, doesn't care about you. And as soon as somebody, let's say you, starts getting really, really well known, you're in the streets, you're talking, and then somebody gets in your ear, they're like, hey, I promised you a house and some goats and money, and a lot of people fall for that shit. And this is why when we try to make a movement, it never amounts to anything. Because as soon as the spearhead makes headway, they get voices in their ear and they turn their backs on what they believed in. Not saying that's at all what you're trying to do. I honestly know nothing about you, but I guess my whole point is the people, the Americans. There has to be a way we can turn the tide in the Constitution. I'm not going to say overthrow anything, but we do have rights. And I want to know what your opinion is on as far as all of us, all races getting together and putting it to the man in a way where it's legal, but also constitutional, because they're all of us.
Would the man happen to be Jewish?
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Yes. Yeah. If you look on my bio, yeah. Yes.
There we go. It's the Jew.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's part of the problem right there. We got to take responsibility. You can't blame everything on the Jews. The Jews didn't create the Jews create
Sorry.
the racist police. All right. All right. We can't blame everything. Thank you. Let me get you can't blame everything on the Jews. I just took them out because I did. It was going to be some more babble. I didn't want to hear it. Right there. This is I let him talk. I let him talk for a reason. Because I already knew where it was going. I already knew. Already knew. That's why I just let him talk. And it's always the same thing. Listen, dude, how can we all get together, brother? We're all Americans. I don't know what the problem is, dude. I got black buddies. I live in Iowa. There's not a lot of blacks. Don't know why. But we all should get together and eat some Millendew and drink a Dr. Pepper and just love on each other, dude. And we all got to fight the man. We got to fight the powers that be. Okay. Okay. When they say all that, it's the Jews. They want to blame the Jews. That's I already knew where it was going. Because listen, y'all got to take, in the dominant white society, y'all don't take responsibility for nothing. You talking about Iowa and Idaho and all of that. There's a reason why these places are all white. There was some exclusionary practices going on. There's a reason why they were all white. There's a reason why there's racial tensions because of white supremacy. There's no other reason. There's a reason why. Why do we have black neighborhoods? We got black neighborhoods because there's white neighborhoods. Why are there white neighborhoods? Because of white supremacy. You see? Y'all got to start taking responsibility and stop talking about the damn Jews. They didn't make you create sundown towns and white supremacist enclaves.
When there is stank on the streets, there's only one man who will bring the heat.
Hey, Rootwork Jones, why you got to split, sugar?
These musty jive turkeys think it's a game out here. I got to get out here and show them I mean business. Can you dig it?
None of these smelly suckers can relax because Rootwork Jones is back. Is the return of Dolomust, the Sultan of Stank. His mission? To turn Harlem into a musty mecca.
I'm going to plant a must bomb in Harlem. When it detonates, everyone in Harlem will be musty.
Rootwork Jones has to shake up the block. He has a limited time before the bomb drops.
Word on the street is Dolomus's men planted a bomb in a Cadillac in Harlem.
Thanks, mama.
Can Rootwork Jones find the bomb before it explodes?
Where is the Cadillac with the must bomb, sucker?
Or will the city go into musty mode?
There's a couple blocks over that way.
Rootwork Jones is behind the wheel, socking stanky suckers all in their grills. Come see Rootwork Jones in Musty Inferno. Go to rootworkstyle.com for more info. Sucker.